30,000 people standing and applauding was genuine. It was a genuine reception. But there was nothing political about it.
Yeah.
It was, out you go, half dozen soldiers, ex-soldiers, clap, 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 back we come. And that was genuine. And I said as much. I said, I can't go down to a cenotaph. I don't like the dignitaries standing there. It just, and you see the veterans shoved off to one side somewhere. And that's because they don't know what remembrance is about. Remembrance is about those being remembered that gave their lives. All right, now hear me out on this. And it's about, the reason for that, as far as I'm concerned, is to make sure it doesn't happen again. I know it will happen again, but we must educate people to stop it happening again. For my one example, Northern Ireland had a terrible, terrible past that's referred to as the Troubles. It wasn't my generation that sorted it out, and I'm 63. It was the younger generation, your age, that sorted that out. They just, Catholic talking to Protestant and saying, what are our dads fighting about? They're stupid, aren't they? That was the kind of thing that's, thousands of people are dying, why should it be happening? And questioning it.
Yeah.
And taking that to the parents. So it was the younger generation that sorted that out. And that happens throughout. And so what I did was, I tried to get the generation who had lost their friends and a generation who were far too young to remember anything that had happened. And so I got a young kid to stand up the front with the veterans. This is Bobby. Today, Bobby remembers Lieutenant Colonel, Sergeant such and such, murdered by the IRA in Warren Point in 1979. Bobby also remembers Fusilier, blah, 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 killed in the Gulf War of 1991. And the idea behind that was that person, that little person that had said that, now knows something and can relate to the person and can see him being sad and think, oh, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And I did it with 4 veterans. So, such and such remembers, murdered by the IRA, murdered by or killed in action or whatever. So I was trying to pass it on to the young uns. And it really went down well, that did, didn't it? Because there was just a little one talking about the big one, saying, yeah, this is what happened. And then we got, and again, just to try and make it more contemporary.
Sorry, can I have the padlock here, please?
Rather than get a bugler stand up and play the last post, I've got a superb guy, Martin Gregory, to come and play it on electric guitar. And he played the last post on electric guitar and blasted it out and rocked it. Didn't stand there like that, he rocked it. And played that. And that went down well as well. And that was just to try and take it away from what's been done in the past and to try and drag it into the future with a view to making somebody of a younger generation think about what had happened and just maybe question that it shouldn't happen again.
Right.
Because we know it will.
So, does it make you guys proud to know that you've created an environment that can help Army veterans and you know that you're trying your best?
Proud.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to answer that. It makes me sad that it's got to be that we've got to do it.
Right.
It makes me sad that we don't get any support with it. I'm comforted by the presence of the people who come to support it. So say that Remembrance Sunday. If I said I'm putting a lot of veterans in the pub to do this and the locals turn up, that makes me happy. I don't know about proud. I'm kind of sad that we've got to battle to do it. That it feels like everything we do, we have to struggle and take a risk. And the question Mackenzie asked me was, do I feel proud about what we do with the veterans here in the pub? And I can't say yes. I feel quite sad that we've got to do it, that it shouldn't, and that we don't get support in doing it. Everybody says, oh, well done, that's great, pat you on the back. But I haven't seen a councillor come in here and say, right, what can Broxtowe Borough Council do to this? Because all they do is, I won't even go and ask, because I know I'll get the answer, yeah, but budgets are tight. We haven't got any money for charities, there's other charities that need the money. So it just seems
Or
quite
they'd send a
sad.
councillor in just to be a face of and do it absolute football else.
Yeah.
I find it quite sad
I'm
that
less
we've got
eloquent
to.
than him, I'll swear.
And I haven't. I'm also quite sad that we can't dedicate as much time as we want to, because we've got to run a pub in order to be able to do it. There's no good trying to do that without running a good pub in the first place. There's 4 of us who are absolutely flat out trying to keep a pub up and running, which isn't easy in the current environment.
But I think having the platform to do it, and as you said already, you potentially saved 4 people's lives in 9 months.
The vision's there as well, isn't
For
it?
that, I would be immensely proud.
Yeah.
I think we can get there and be proud.
I'm not talking about we, I'm talking about you.
I think we can get there. Give us another year, come back and ask the same question, we'll be in a different place. I think we'll be able to get the brewery behind us.
Mm.
But that's going to take another year, year and a half.
Right.
I think that when we've got it in place and people are talking about it and seeing that it's working, because I can't go to the local, right, save 4 people's lives. Can't do that, because that drags them 4 in. I was asked if the brewery could showcase. I went, no, too early yet. And I don't want to put those people on a pedestal who have been trying to work under the radar. But give us another 18 months, and maybe when we've got it right. Because I don't think we have yet, have we?
No.
We didn't do it for Armed Forces Day, did we, last year?
No, it was too soon after
Too
I'd
soon.
taken over.
And that's, to answer that question, probably too soon to ask.
Right.
Makes sense to you?
Yeah. So, do you think that there's anything that the government could do to help army veterans move back into society, or even help businesses like yourself that are trying to help
Yes.
army people?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Do you?
There should be more grants available to people that are willing to help. There's also what I'm looking for.
I'll give you an example, Mackenzie. By the time I qualify at the end of next year, it's a 4-year training course to be a therapist.
Yeah.
I will have spent close to £14,000. And I don't charge for that service, but it will have cost me £14,000 before I can be confident in providing that therapeutical support that I am doing.
Yeah.
There are, and I'm 63 now, there are 50-year-olds out there who would be willing to do what I do if they were given the support, but they wouldn't want to spend that kind of money to do so. They'd give the time, but they would not, or should not, have to spend 14 fucking grand to do it. Because by anybody's, you know, that's it's practically all your wages gone to get yourself in a position where you can do what you do. So yes, I do think the government could identify those who would help, provide the support for them to do it, i.e. pay for their bloody training and do it properly, and then let them come to places like this, a social hub of some kind, and that's what this is, a community hub, and let them do what they do with the support, because the desire is there amongst the population. It just needs to be sorted out so it can be done. And within the next couple of years, I'll be talking to Johnny Mercer and saying exactly that. Whether he listens, whether they do anything, I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot more the government can do. You should be able to go, right, so a service person would have gone to their bar and within their brotherhood, sisterhood, they would have talked issues through. So whilst they were in that environment, they would have done it.
Right.
All we've done is we've replicated that, but here.